You know what time it is. What's up, everybody? Redhead Duck here, and happy October. Yes, we are finally in the month of October. That means multiple things. Halloween, of course, being the number one thing. Candy, costumes, monsters, all that good stuff rolled into one amazing month. And to start off for the month of October, I've decided let's take a look at my complete horror movie collection. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff, guys. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, we got VHS tapes, DVDs, Blu-rays, TV shows, so much. So, let's just get started over here. First up with the only Criterion, Silence of the Lambs, one of my favorite horror films and one of my favorite movies. Really cool release right here. I originally had the old DVD and VHS of it, but traded it in for the Criterion release, so yeah, that's that. Where should I put it? There we go. Now for TV shows, we have Alvin and the Chipmunks Trick or Treason. This came in a box set with the Thanksgiving special and Christmas special. Bugs Bunny's Halloween special. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Came in a box set with the Thanksgiving special and the Christmas special. Has a bonus episode of It's Magic Charlie Brown, which really has nothing to do with Halloween. But I mean, Charlie Brown becomes invisible. I mean, Invisible Man, Halloween, or whatever. SpongeBob Halloween. Then we have Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, which was kind of a blind buy. I thought it would have the first 4 or 5 episodes, but no, it just starts shuffling them around. We have 5, 6, 7, and I don't know, I'm terrible at Roman numerals. But yeah, kind of a blind buy, but still cool that I have some of them. Alright, now I guess moving on to the Scooby-Doo section. Scooby-Doo's kind of horror, right? We have this Scooby-Doo Where Are You? The complete 3rd season. Scooby-Doo meets the Harlem Globetrotters. What's New Scooby-Doo Merry Scary Holiday and Sports Spectacular. This 3-pack Scooby-Doo, which has Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated Season 1 Volume 1, Scooby-Doo Where Are You Volume 1, and What's New Scooby-Doo Volume 1. We have some of the movies. Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood. Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf, which is my favorite. Zombie Island, another one of my favorites, which is Ghost. Pirates Ahoy. Legend of the Vampire. Samurai Sword. Camp Scare. And some of the live action films, Scooby-Doo 2 and Mystery Begins. Alright, and I even have a few VHSs. Let's go ahead and show them over here. We have Which Witch is Which, A Gaggle of Galloping Ghosts, Cyber Chase, another one of my favorites, and Loch Ness Monster. And of course, I have the first one on Blu-ray, and out of all these horror movies here, this is literally the scariest thing I've ever seen. Like, PG, that's a joke. This movie is full rated R. I mean, literally, parents, do not let your kids watch this. They will be traumatized for years. Alright, now we got this small stack, which is basically 3D Blu-rays and some 4Ks. The only 3D one I have is My Bloody Valentine 3D, which is a remake of the original, which I really enjoy. Don't own it, though, sadly. But to be honest, I actually kind of enjoy this remake. Not good, but not bad. One of the more okay remakes. Now, out of all the 4Ks, we have Halloween. I had to get this. No matter how much it was, I had to get this. This is just an amazing release, and I'm being very, very delicate with it. This is my baby. I don't want nothing bad to happen to it. As you see, it's in perfect shape, so I want it to stay that way. And the last one we have is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's not really a 4K Blu-ray release, as you can see, but it says it has an all-new digital 4K restoration, so does that count? Alright, now on to the actual Blu-rays here. And they're all in alphabetical order, starting off here with this 3-movie pack with The Possession, Cabin in the Woods, and Sinister. I've seen The Possession and Cabin in the Woods and enjoyed both of them. can't comment that much about Sinister. But the thing I hate about this Blu-ray set is that none of the films have special features. I mean, come on. Literally, you have 3 great films and no special features? What a joke. Next we have 47 Meters Down. As you see, I got from Redbox. Everyone's saying it's one of the better shark movies. I haven't seen it yet, but really interested in seeing it. Ooh. The Amityville Horror Trilogy. Oh man, check this out. First 3 Amityville horror movies. And this box set is the only way you can see Amityville 3D. In 3D, you know, you need a 3D TV, Blu-ray player, compatible 3D glasses, you know, stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, this is just an awesome release, even though it was originally released 5 years ago, I think, and it was just released in stores this year. I don't know, kind of crazy, but still a really awesome release. Love these films. Beetlejuice, another one of my favorites. Blair Witch, the 3rd film in the franchise. I have the others, which I'll show later. Alright, you know what? Scratch that. This is the scariest films of all time. Cult of Chucky, the only Chucky movie I have on Blu-ray. Alright, now for the Conjuring films, we have Annabelle Creation. And I have Annabelle somewhere. Ah! There it is. Annabelle Creation. The original. And The Conjuring 2. And no, I have not seen The Nun, sadly. I do plan to, but when it comes on Blu-ray. But this timeline of this franchise is really messed up. Like, it started off with the original. Okay. Then the sequel. Alright, so things were going at a good start. Then a prequel. Okay, that's fine. Then we got another freaking prequel. So, I mean, what the heck? Why can't we just continue going forwards instead of backwards? Come on. Next up, The Crazies, the 2010 remake, based on the original by George A. Romero, which I enjoy. Don't own it, though. It's a shame, because the original's better than that one. Don't Breathe, really, really interested in seeing this movie. Heard a lot of great things about it. I mean, come on. It's certified fresh from Rotten Tomatoes, so you know it has to be good. From the creators of the Evil Dead remake. I mean, come on. I'm really interested in seeing this. And finally, since it's the month of October, I'm definitely going to check this one out. And, well, look at this. Speaking of Evil Dead, we have the original. This is the Anchor Bay release. And this is going to be getting a 4K release. Not today, this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. I will definitely be picking that one up. We have Evil Dead 2, my favorite. And I'll go ahead and show you. There it is. I have Army of Darkness on VHS. Look at that awesome cover. I mean, you don't see covers like this anymore. Alright, Friday the 13th. We have part 5 and 6. Now, these Blu-rays are very, very expensive. They're like, what, 30 bucks a piece? I only picked this one up because it was like about 10 bucks, so really cheap. And I can understand why. But anyway, if you find these Blu-rays for very cheap, definitely pick them up. Even if you already own Friday the 13th on Blu-ray, just pick them up. Freddy vs. Jason. I own a lot of copies of Freddy vs. Jason. I don't know. I guess I just really love that movie. And you'll see all the other editions that I have. And of course, we have the remake. Ghostbusters. The original, baby. Can't live without this movie. And I even have right here 1 and 2 in this double feature gift set. Yeah, even comes with a little booklet. Really awesome release here. Then we have... The heck is this doing here? Get out of the way. Next up, The Gift. Really, really, really interested in checking this one out. Heard so many great things about it. I love the cast. This one probably isn't really horror. It's probably more thriller or suspense, but still definitely interested in checking this one out. Next up, the Hannibal Lecter collection, which includes Manhunter, Silence of the Lambs, and Hannibal. You know, 3 great films. I love the Hannibal Lecter series. I even have the other 2, only on DVD, Red Dragon and Hannibal Rising. The entire franchise. No, I have not yet seen the TV series. Heard a lot of people say it's really good, but I haven't gotten a chance to check it out. Another Redbox film. Kind of can't see it. Happy Death Day, but as you can see, it's rental, so it has no special features. So, pretty much a waste. We have the first two Hotel Transylvania films. I will be picking up the third one when it comes out. Coming out this month, in fact. I will definitely be getting that. We have Hocus Pocus. This is the 25th anniversary edition, which has the collectible pin, the only at Walmart edition. And out of all the editions, I really wanted to get the Best Buy Steelbook, but I don't have a Best Buy around, so I had to go with Cheap Mart, I guess you can say. But still, I love this film. It's a guilty pleasure of mine and pretty much everybody else. It's a fun Halloween film. Takes you back to when you were a kid, because I'm pretty sure everyone watched this when they were kids. Oh my god, another Redbox film. This is Insidious: The Last Key, the only film I have on Blu-ray. I have the others right here on DVD, the Insidious trilogy. Yeah, I haven't seen any of them, so no comment. Oh, baby. Jaws, man. You had the original classic, Jaws 2, underrated sequel, Jaws 3, another underrated film, and Crap the Revenge. Oh, man. So happy to get these. And the thing about it, I actually got the sequels before I got the original. So, yeah, kind of cool. But anyway, Jaws 3D is... This Blu-ray is the only way you can watch it in 3D. Because, you need a Blu-ray 3D player, 3D TV, compatible 3D glasses, stuff like that. And the funny thing about The Revenge is all of them, they have special features, Great, good quality special features, like any normal Blu-ray should. Well, I don't have my glasses. I think something's missing on here. Next up, Jeepers Creepers 1-2, this double feature set. Love the original. Haven't seen the second one. And I do have the third one right here on DVD, but probably never ever watch it. Heard it's crap. Oh. The best movie of all time. I don't care what anybody says. This is one of my favorite horror films of all time and one of my favorite movies of all time. I love this movie. I could literally do an hour-long review of how much I love this movie. Like, you know what? In fact, heck, I'll do it. Right after I'm done making this video, I will do an hour-long review of this movie. That's how much I love it. Life, don't really know what it is. Looks kind of like an Alien ripoff. I'm not sure, but it has Jake Gyllenhaal and a Deadpool. So, I don't know, it could be good. No. Why do I have this? Why do I have you? No. No. There we go. Next, we have Predator Triple Feature. Has the first 3 Predator films right here. And the Alien vs. Predator Double Feature has Alien vs. Predator 1 and 2. Sadly, these are not the unrated versions, so you need to be on the lookout for those. Here's another one of my favorite films, Psycho. I mean, come on, who doesn't love Psycho? Look at this image. One of the most iconic images in horror history. Great film right here. Only got for $3 at Dollar General. Be jealous. And out of all the movies that have came out this year in 2018, this one has to be one of my favorites. I literally can't believe I'm saying this. I never thought I would really enjoy it because it's a franchise that I don't really enjoy, but I really loved it. And it's Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich. This is awesome. From the producers of Bone Tomahawk and The Meg, which I haven't seen sadly, but since I love this movie, I have to check those 2 out. Yeah, and like I said, I really am not a fan of this franchise. Like, I have right here this set, which has the first 5 right there, then Curse, Retro, The Legacy, and Axis of Evil. It even has the first 3 Killjoy films. Yeah, like I said, I only watched the first one, then cut it off. I guess it just wasn't for me, but this one really got me hooked. Like, I had to watch it for a second time right after I was done. That's how much I love this movie. This is a dang good film right here. Highly recommend you check this out. Next up, Jigsaw, the 8th film of the Saw franchise. And, there they are. I have the first 7 right here on DVD because I'm cheap. And I kept this one of Saw 4, the unrated director's cut because of the packaging, and it actually has special features. This doesn't have special features. Why do multi-packs not have special features? Alright, now for some Stephen King films right here, man. I don't have the biggest collection of Stephen King films, but I have a good amount. Starting off with Carrie, Christine, which just got a 4K release. I will definitely be picking that one up. The Shining, classic. Pet Sematary, also classic. The TV miniseries of It. And the first film adaptation. It's not a remake, not a reboot. It's the first theatrically released film adaptation of it. This one was only released on TV. It was a made-for-TV movie in 2 parts. It wasn't released in theaters. This was the very first film that was released in theaters. I really get annoyed why so many people say that it's a remake. It's not. Then we have my very first Scream Factory release of Misery. Look at this, man. Look at this image. Great movie right there. Then we have The Strangers, the original Blu-ray, which has the unrated and theatrical version, which I think Scream Factory did a release of this. I'm not so sure, but still, really good film. But I might actually like the sequel a little bit better, probably because it has an 80s kind of slasher feel to it, which I am a huge fan of 80s horror films. So I guess that's why I like it just a little bit more. I don't really consider a sequel because it doesn't talk about the events that happened after the first one. I don't really consider it part as a sequel. I consider it part as like its own separate film. So technically it's not a sequel, but I mean, who cares? It's a great movie. Then we have Leatherface, which is a prequel to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I know a lot of people didn't like it. I kind of enjoyed it. Yes, there are a lot of bad things about it, but I just kind of looked past it and enjoyed it for what it was. And for the other Texas Chainsaw Massacre films that I own, I have the 2003 remake and the prequel. Yeah, and of course I had the first one on 4K, and that's all the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films I own. I know I'm missing a bunch others, but I mean, looking at all the reviews, I probably don't want to get the others. But I'm a completionist, I have to. Next, A Quiet Place. Now, you know how this movie's like $20 or something at Walmart. You know, very expensive. Well, I got it at Dollar General for, how much was that, say? Yeah, be jealous. And who cares if it doesn't have the DVD included? At least I have the movie and only $10. Be jealous. And of course, Zombieland, one of the best horror comedies out there, well, besides Shaun of the Dead, which sadly I don't own. Anyway, next film. Isn't this actually a Christmas movie? I don't know. Many people say it's either a Halloween film, Christmas film, but I don't care. It has some Halloween elements. As you can see, this is also the only at Walmart edition with the collectible pin. I still would rather prefer the steelbook of it, but this is alright for now. And speaking of Christmas, we have 2 horror-themed Christmas films, starting off with Gremlins and Krampus. So that is it for the horror Blu-rays. And this stuff right here is stuff that I either got for birthdays or Christmas. So we have Goosebumps, which I got on my birthday on 2016, I believe. And I know the sequel's coming out, and Jack Black is going to be back in it, just in case you guys haven't known. Very, very happy to see him back in it. I really enjoyed this film. Can't wait for the sequel. And these next films right here I got for my birthday of this year, in fact. We have the Leprechaun 7 film collection, which I actually did reviews for all 7 films. And yeah, that was some fun times right there. Please check them out. Please. They don't have good views on them, so please, please check them out. Terrible movies, though. We have Phantasm Remastered. Really enjoyed this film. I don't have the sequels, but I will plan to getting them. And my second Scream Factory release of The Fog and The Howling. But the bad thing about this film is I still had to keep my old DVD release of it because this Blu-ray has no special features. So that's why I had to keep my old DVD of it. I mean, what the heck? Again, don't waste your money on double packs. They don't give you good special features. Alright, and this next stuff I got for Christmas of last year with Alien Covenant, the only one I have on Blu-ray. Get Out. Great movie, no classic, haven't seen it. And Split. Then we have the Friday the 13th 8-film collection. I do plan to upgrade to the Blu-ray version, but still has all the best Friday the 13th films, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. You know, great films right here. And I'll go ahead and show you. I do have the others right here. Ah! We have the original, part 2, and part 3. And I got these before I got this set, and I'm still going to keep these because they have the original cover arts, which I really enjoy. And we have Jason X, and out of all of them, even when I had this set, I didn't have Jason Goes to Hell. So the only way to get it was to get this set to get Jason freaking X again. And again, just like all the multi-packs I've showed you, no special features. So, good thing I kept this one. And of course, another copy of Freddy vs. Jason. This is my pride and joy right here, the Halloween Complete Collection. 10-disc set, which I'd much rather prefer the, you know, bigger, fatter set, which has all the Blu-rays separately instead of, you know, together like this, because they have extra bonus features, and the Curse of Michael Myers on the old set actually has the producer's cut. This doesn't, which sucks, but hopefully I can find it for cheap, but still, I don't care, I can't complain. Halloween is my favorite horror franchise of all time, and I'm happy to get this set. Alright, now for the DVDs. Starting off, 13 Ghosts, the remake. I really enjoyed. You know, I mean, it has the guy from Monk, Shaggy, he's even in it, Shaggy Rogers. Sadly, Scooby-Doo's not in it, though. Probably got turned to one of the ghosts. We have the Addams Family double feature. Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy. The first 3 Alien films, which I do plan to upgrade to the Blu-ray set, you know, which has all of them, but I'll be fine with these right now. We have the Alvin and the Chipmunks Scarific double feature, which has Meet the Wolfman and Meet Frankenstein. The original Amityville Horror and the remake. The Babadook. The Blair Witch Project. Body Double. We have ghosts in this house. But yeah, Body Double. This movie's really, really expensive. I know it goes for like, what, 30 bucks or something on eBay? I got it for 50 cents. Be jealous. We have the Boogeyman 5-film collection, which has Boogeyman 1, 2, and 3. The original, which has nothing to do with the first 3. And the sequel. We have the Butterfly Effect collection with the original and the sequel. You know, Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher. You don't remember those movies? Come on, everybody knows those movies. The DVD edition of Cabin in the Woods, kept it because it actually has special features. And I mean, come on, look at this. Look at this case with the lenticular cover. That's awesome. And we have Carnival of Souls and Horror Hotel, basically got just because of the cover.
Nice.
Nothing else, as you can plainly see. We have the only Children of the Corn film I have, Children of the Corn Runaway. Curse of Chucky. Cloverfield, I do plan to pick up the rest of them. We have Creepshow 1 and 2, and out of all of them, I love the first one. It's one of my favorite films of all time. The second one, I didn't really care for that much. And the third one, I like to forget that there's a third one. Alright, this stack now with the Artisan release of Cujo, Disturbia, which is a remake of Rear Window, you know, the Alfred Hitchcock film. The 4 film favorites of Dracula. We have Horror Dracula, Dracula Has Risen from the Grave, Taste the Blood of Dracula, and Dracula AD 1972. So we have 1, 3, 5, and 6. Those are the only Hammer horror films I own. Ernest Scared Stupid. This old DVD release of Evil Dead 2, another Anchor Bay release. Fright Night, the original and the remake. Now for some George A. Romero films, I have the original Night of the Living Dead and the remake. The remake of Dawn of the Dead, don't have the original. But I do have the original Day of the Dead in the Scream Factory release. Look at that, man. Bub, my favorite zombie of all time. I mean, come on. He's awesome. Then this was another blind buy. We have Ghoulies 4 and Howling 4. I don't even know if I have it. Just got it. It was $2. It was cheap. We have The Grudge 1, 2. There is 3, by the way. Don't own it. Now here's some of the Halloween films I have on DVD. Even though I have them on Blu-ray, still want to have them on DVD. We have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Resurrection. No. And the ones on VHS, we have the original. 3. And H2O. Hellraiser movies. Heck yeah, man. Alright, we have the original. Hellbound Hellraiser 2. Then I have the rest of them in this 6 film set. We have 3, Hell on Earth, Bloodline, Inferno, Hellseeker, Deader, and Hellworld. So yeah. And I skipped Revelations for obvious reasons, but I do have Judgment, which to be honest wasn't that bad. One of the better straight-to-DVD releases. We have The Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2, the remake and the sequel to the remake. Alright, next we have Mystery of the Wax Museum, then the first remake, and the second remake, yes. Many people didn't know that House of Wax is actually a remake of Mystery of the Wax Museum. Yeah, a little trivia for you guys that nobody really cares about. Next we have Imprint, which is from the Masters of Horror collection. As you see, it was banned from cable broadcasting. Ooh, can I actually show this? Can I show this on the internet? I mean, it was banned from cable. I don't know if I can show this on here. We have Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the one with Spock and Jeff Goldblum. Lake Placid, the only one I need. The only good one. Last House on the Left, the original. Lawnmower Man collection with 1 and 2. Tried watching these. Turn them off. They're that bad. We have The Lost Boys 1, The Tribe and the Thirst, and Queen of the Damned. We have Masquerade of the Red Death and Premature Burial. Pretty much got this because Vincent Price. Literally poking his head out. Creepy. Metropolis, which is more sci-fi, but people say it's horror, so why not? The Mist. Monster House. All the Nightmare on Elm Street films. We have the first 4, then Part 5, Freddy's Dead, New Nightmare, and the single disc release of Freddy vs. Jason. Parlana, one of the early Jaws ripoffs, directed by the great Joe Dante. And I really enjoy this, and I'm sorry to say, I much rather prefer this movie over Jaws. Don't tell Steven Spielberg. Speaking of Steven Spielberg, we have Poltergeist. Prison of the Dead. This is a Full Moon release. Out of all the Full Moon films, this one has to be the worst. This is a terrible film. Don't watch this. Next we have Prom Night 1, 2, and 4. Wait, whoa. Where's 3? Alright, this is bullcrap. I paid a good amount of money for this, and I don't have all of them. Piece of crap. Wasting my money. The Rake, which many people don't know. But yeah, there was a Rake movie that came out this year. And I only got this because The Rake is one of my favorite creepypastas besides Thunderman. And no, I have not seen the new film. I do plan to, though. But yeah, this movie was terrible. It had nothing to do with The Rake. It was just crap. Don't waste your money on this. Return of the Living Dead 1 and 2. To be honest, I actually prefer the second one because that's the first one I saw, even though I know I can understand why people like the original. We have The Ring 1 and 2. I don't have Rings or Ring U yet. Rocky Horror Picture Show. This Roger Corman Drive-In collection, which has Attack of the Giant Leeches, The Wasp Woman, Creature from the Haunted Sea, Bucket of Blood, Last Woman on Earth, The Terror, Little Shop of Horrors, Dementia 13, She Gods of Shark Reef, and Swamp Woman. Ooh. Here we have some more comedy horror. We have Scary Movie 2, 3, and 4. I don't have 5, pretty much because of obvious reasons. But since I am a completionist, I have to get it. Alright, last stack. We have Shriek, I Know What You Did Last Friday the 13th, which is basically the same as the Scary Movie films. It came out around the same time as the original, but I'd much rather prefer the original Scary Movie. We have 7, What's in the Box? The Shallows, another great shark film. Signs. We have the original The Thing and the John Carpenter film. Ooh, the Tremors complete collection right here, which has all 6 films. And yes, this one right here is the last film. Michael Gross has confirmed it. Even though they were going to do the TV series with Kevin Bacon, he was going to return, but they canceled it. Why? Why? But I mean, that's alright. We still have this set. Great set for all you mother humpers out there. Young Frankenstein. The Visit. And we have these DVDs from the Universal Monsters Legacy Collection. We have Dracula, which not only includes that, but it has the Spanish version of Dracula, Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula, and House of Dracula. Then we have the Frankenstein set, which also has Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein, and House of Frankenstein. And I'm really happy to get this set because these are the movies that made me into a horror fan. This is what got me into horror right here. So without Frankenstein, I wouldn't have all these freaking movies. Good lord, this is going to be a terrible mess to clean up. Alright, I'm going to go through these quickly because, I mean, come on, we want this to end, right? We have Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Hold That Ghost, another Abbott and Costello film. Are You Afraid of the Dark? This just has a few episodes. The Birds 1 and 2. Yeah, The Birds actually got a sequel. And it sucks. Same with this, Blair Witch 2. We have this Bugs Bunny's Creature Features, has some Halloween-related Looney Tunes episodes. Buried Alive, don't really know what this is, but it looks really interesting. VHS of Freddy vs. Jason. Goosebumps Werewolf Skin, Parts 1 and 2. I do have the Haunted Mask, but I don't know where it is. I literally looked all over, couldn't find it. Who cares? We have House on Haunted Hill, the original. Jaws, the Anniversary Collector's Edition. Orca, kind of a ripped off Jaws. Haven't seen it though. Really interested in seeing it. Little Shop of Horrors. Night of the Comet. The Scream trilogy, which is actually recorded off TV. It has the first 3 Scream films and Scary Movie. We have Shredder. Stepfather 3. Stir of Echoes. Then we have some Universal monster films. We have Dracula, Island of the Lost Souls, The Mummy's Tomb, Phantom of the Opera, and The Mummy's Curse. Well, time to clean it all up.